back with another detailed tutorial. We'll get into the look and period. Y'all, this is Sasha. So what we're going to do is we're going to disinfect Sasha because we don't know where Sasha came from. And, you know, we're trying to avoid COVID at all costs. So I'm going in with some 91% alcohol. And we're just going to go in with a cotton swab and get all up in there. We're going to get the neck, the lips, the eyebrows, the ears. We're getting every angle, the back of the neck, the shoulders, the titties, all that. Then we're going in with some foundation. I went in with NARS. Don't do that. It's a good foundation, but I done use my expensive foundation, y'all. Knowing dang well I could have used some cheap foundation. Oh, my Lord. But I went in with my NARS foundation, the Natural Radiant. And I went in with my Sephora brush. And I'm just doing a tap motion because, you know, mannequin heads don't have no skin. They don't have nothing, just a flat base surface. So I'm just making sure I blend all that together with that fluffy brush. And I'm getting all on the neck and on the chest, baby. And we getting an A. Now I'm going in with my e.l.f. Their 16-hour concealer. And I'm just going, you know, in the highlight points under the eyes, the chin, the lip, the nose, the forehead. You know what I'm saying? Just so we can have that highlighted eye, that snatched eye. You feel me? Because we trying to turn her from Sasha to Sashay. Girl, that was corny. I don't even know why I even said that. But, you know, we about to snatch this mannequin and period. So I know y'all like, dang, why she use so much concealer? This is a cheap concealer. And also I'm going to use a wet sponge to pick up some of that concealer because I realized I used too much of it. But it doesn't matter how much you use, to be honest, because, you know, I'm never using this concealer ever. So it doesn't really matter. I got to figure out a way to use all of it anyways. But the sponge is going to soak up some of that concealer and just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just going to blend on the surface. Tap motions. And girl, check out my nails by Manaya, honey. Let's give it Valentine's Day vibes. You feel me? Yes. As you can see, I went in with some more concealer because I blended out too much of it, and we don't want that natural on the mannequin. We want that full coverage on the mannequin. So I'm going in again, and I'm just going to tap in those areas where I blended too much just to give that full coverage again. As you can see the difference. I'm just tap, 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 tap under the eyes. Because that's mostly where I want my full coverage to be, is under the eye. take the opposite side of the beauty blender, the clean side, and I'm just going to do tap motions all over the temple, the cheek, the jawline, and I'm going to go in with the brush on it. I'm being sausage so hard, sister can't sit still, honey. I need to stop hitting this lady so damn hard. Side, because I can't see it most of the time, I just do the up down swipe motions, but it all gets blended the same way. So what we want that very snatched nose. We want that what's that man name that be lying all the time? What's his name? Pinocchio. We want that Pinocchio snatched nose. Okay, we want that type of nose, baby. Okay, so now I'm going to go in on the sides of the nose with the concealer again, but more of a lighter shade. And this is how we're going to snatch the nose. So what I'm going to do is take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend down the sides of the nose to give like that snatch nose. So now let's get into these brows, honey. Okay, I had to position her, you know what I'm saying? Because sis been moving, trying to be her face. So I'm just going to go in with my LA Girl pencil. And this is in the shade brown, I believe. And I'm going to go above the top of her line just a little bit. But I'm still going to follow the shape of her brow, because I don't want to lose that shape, because she already has like a nice shaped brow, and she still has enough lid space for a look anyway. So I'm just gonna shape out her brow, give it that definition, give it that brow like finish. And as you can see, I'm about to do very light upward hair strokes in her brow, just so it looks like her brows are, some hair coming from her. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a very small flat brush, and I'm just going to blend out her brow. I wasn't liking how the strokes was looking at her brow, so I'm just going to blend all that together. Just give her a very, nice brow. But I'm going to keep the light strokes in the front, just so it gives like that natural look. And now I'm going to do the other side. I told her to sit her head back and let me do this other brow, because she just been moving too much for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl. So now to carve out her brow, I'm going in with my Morphe 124 brush. It's a very flat brush. It's already flat. And what the concealer does, the concealer just flattens it even more. You don't got to do that duo or that lash glue technique because it's already flat. And I'm going to go in with that same concealer I used to highlight under her eye, that e.l.f. And you know what I'm saying? We're just going to carve out that brow, baby. Okay, so we're going to go in with that same brush, but we're going to go in with more of her foundation shade under the front of the brow, just so we can have like that natural looking, you know, contour coming from her brow when we blend with the eyeshadow. So now on the top of her brow, I'm going to go in with that same shade I did under her brow on the tip where her nose contour is going to be. And you know what I'm saying? We're just carving out the top of that brow. I'm checking out how it looks. It's looking good from above, but you know, looking in the camera, it can be very, very different. So now I'm going in with my brow pencil from Morphe. Not brow pencil, my brow brush from Morphe. And I'm just fixing where I messed up at. I don't like no squiggly lines. I like everything to be very crisp, baby. And yeah. All right, now I'm checking out how both of the sides look, and now I'm just gonna drag in that concealer all over the lid, baby, and just so we can get ready for this eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Buff. I believe this is their Buff brush. I gotta get the number. But their fluffy blending brush is the best brush to blend out eyeshadow on mannequin heads, on your clients. The best brush to blend out any concealer on the lid, the forehead, just blending, period. Morphe did their thing with this brush. I promise you they did. my camera start recording. At this point, I'm about to throw the whole phone away. Okay, throw the whole phone away. But I went in with my Beauty Bakery, their flower setting powder. And this is in the shade Planta Caramel. And I went in on under the eyes, the chin, the top lip, the nose, and the forehead. And now we're going in with my favorite part, y'all. I love contouring the face with some powder. So I'm going in with the Morphe M405 brush. This is their angled brush. And I'm going in tap motions, and I'm using my Black Radiance. This is in the shade light to medium that I'm using. And I'm using their contour shade in that palette that they have. And I'm also going with that same palette. I'm going on the nose with my Morphe blending brush. And I'm going up and down the nose, tap motions. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready for the snatch this nose, baby. Okay, so now I'm about to go in with that powder, and I'm just going to come right down the sides of the nose. And this is going to give that Pinocchio snatch nose, okay? And you're just going to see me go back and forth between the powder and the contouring because it's a way that I want it to look. So I start off with a little bit and I go in, heavier once I start seeing that I'm using the contour how I want it to look. It's kind of hard to explain, but I start small and then I get large with it. You feel me? If you understand what I'm saying, I'm sorry, y'all. So now I'm going in with my Ardell Photo Face. I believe it's called Photo Focus concealer. And this is going to be my base for the eyeshadow. And I'm just going right on in with it. Then I'm going to take, that same blending brush. And I'm just going to blend that into the mannequin eyes. So now I'm going in with my Juvia's Place palette, the Nudes by Juvia. And I'm putting that above the crease and under the brow. And we don't want to go too close to the lid. And as you can see, I'm doing tap motions. I'm not doing any swipe back and forth. And I'm not doing, any circular motions. We are only doing taps. Child, it's me being all in the camera for me. But now I'm going in with my Juvia's palette. This is the Chocolates by Juvia, and I'm going in with their chocolate brown, and I'm going right into that same crease. And we only doing tap motions to blend those two shades together. And remember, I was telling y'all about how I wanted to look really seamless under the brow. This is what I'm talking about. It was so hard to explain, but you see how it's looking under the brow? It looks clean. It looks beautiful. Okay, y'all, so the only two palettes I'm using are the Juvia's Place, the Nudes, and the Chocolate. So I'm just going in between both of those. And right now I'm going in with the Chocolate, and I'm going in with whether they're darker brown shades, and I'm putting that right in the crease. And this is how I'm going to define my cut crease. So now I'm going to go in with that same brush that I used to carve out my brow. And we're going to define this crease. So I'm just going to take my time and I'm going to go above that. You see that crease line that's right there? I'm going right above it just to make her eye appear bigger. For the look that we're doing, we need the eye to appear bigger than what it really is. Y'all, and one thing about cut creases, it's nothing easy. You have to take your time. You have to be patient with yourself and focus on your hand movements, on how you hold the brush. And not everybody's going to get it on the first try. I struggled for a long time trying to do a cut crease. I still struggle with it sometimes. We're all not perfect. But don't be so hard on yourself trying to do the crease, because it will be frustrating, I'm telling you. But just take your time and you got it. Now I'm going to go in my Morphe 35D Desert Boutique brush. And I'm just going to go in with one of those nude shades. And I'm just going to pat it all over the lid. Child, now these crystals will give you a headache, baby. I'm telling you. But we're going to go in right with the crystals. But I just love how crystal eye look. Oh, my gosh. Just wait till we finish, y'all. Y'all going to be like, oh, my God, that is so beautiful. I just love how this turned out. I feel like without crystals, this look would look like a plain, boring cut crease. And we don't want that because we're not plain and boring. Now I'm going to go in with my NYX vinyl liner, and I'm just going to go under, not on the lid, but like under it. It have like this little fold between the eyeball and the eye. I'm going right under there just so you won't be able to see the separation from the lashes that I put on. And now I'm just going to take a cotton swab with some alcohol. I'm just going to clean up that eye from all that makeup we used. Now I'm going to lightly go in with some NYX gloss and just go on the eye, just give it a shine. Now I'm going to go in with that shade we use on the top of our crease. And I'm just going to go under the eye to give it that definition. And now I'm going to go in with a peachy neon liner that I will be launching really soon, guys. And now I'm going to go in with my small Real Technique brush, and I'm just going to go in with that darker brown that we use for the crease and go right under that line to define it. And now I'm going to go in with my J. LaRue shimmer in the shade White Diamond. So I got these lashes from my client. She wanted me to put them on her Mannequin And also I use the Bold Hold lace glue to apply the lashes. And honey, this is my favorite part, the dust away. So I'm just going to go in with my Too Faced. This is in the shade Mocha. And I'm just dusting away all of that setting powder. And now I'm going to go in my Juvia's Place Volume 2 blush. And I'm going in with my Morphe blush brush. And I'm just going to do tap motions on the cheeks. So now, baby, the highlight, I'm going in the highlight by Mario. Now, do not fault me for saying this wrong, y'all, but citrine, you know, it's a very golden highlight, and I'm just going on the cheek, and I'm going under the brow. I'm going to go on the nose, the tip of the nose, and yeah. And now I'm going in with one of my Fenty birthday gifts I got from Ulta. This is in the shade Shawty. And this is what I'm going to do to carve out her lip. And basically to line her lip with. And I'm going in with my Morphe flat crease brush. And now I'm just going to go ahead and with my concealer shade, and I'm just going to go in the middle of the lip. And now I'm going to go in just with some setting powder lightly and go over the lip to matte it out. And then I'm going to add my touch of mold, baby, period. Now I'm going to go in with some bottom lashes. I feel like this is going to give the look a pop. It's just going to bring the look all together. And to seal everything in, I'm going to spray it with my Got To Be Glue hairspray. And I hope you guys like the finished look. I feel like it came out so beautiful. It's very chic, elegant, pop. I just love how I put the crystals on there. And look at the, ooh, baby, look at the crystals, bitch. Ah. And this is a fucking look, period. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah.